Ring. Good evening. Tonight we're discussing Jamaican rum. So does using Jamaican rum in your favourite sort of classic cocktails make them taste even better? That's what we're going to be discussing in tonight's live stream. I've got 5 classic cocktails, favourite cocktails that don't necessarily come with rum automatically. We're going to be swapping out the base ingredient. And then sort of halfway through, we're going to have a little shallow dive into actually what Jamaican rum is, because it's a question that comes up all the time in previous videos on the old channel that's still sort of there. It's not taken down. I just don't upload to it anymore. Jamaican rum is a big topic. So without further ado, let's crack on with the first cocktail. And the first one I'm going to attack is a Caipirinha. Now, this is closest to a rum cocktail that I've got tonight. Caipirinha, for those of you that don't know, is traditionally Brazilian cachaça. All right, so cachaça is a type of rum. It's just not rum as we kind of know it. So first things first, really simple cocktail to get started. We need a lime. I'm actually going to use a lime for this. Just take your end off, give it a little roll, and we want basically 3/4 of that lime. So I'm going to cut it into 4 wedges. Get rid of one of those wedges, because the whole thing with Caipirinha is when you've made 3, you've then got enough lime to make the 4th Caipirinha. So 3 wedges, cut them in half, and then just put them in the glass. Now, it's important to use a toughened glass for this, especially my method, all right? You don't want to use your fine crystal in this. You want a nice sort of toughened glass. Now, I'm going to do a passion fruit Caipirinha, and we're going to swap in the Jamaican rum there. This recipe will go whichever way you want, but I think for Jamaican rum, in my head, is going for those tropical flavours: passion fruit, mango, guava. Flipping love my guava. Heck, I've even got a new banana puree that you could go. But I kind of think those really sort of tropical juices, those tropical sort of fruits, I think works great. And I know passion fruit and Jamaican rum works really well. So I'm not going to measure this just purely because I'm used to pouring these, but about 15 to 20 ml. It is important that you don't use too much. You don't make it too sweet, all right? Now, and Real, just, there's no right or wrong here. These are just kind of like a premium syrup. Their fruit content is a lot higher than other normal syrup. So that's just why I'm using it. And then the rum we are using tonight is Plantaray. I have got a few other examples of Jamaican rum about to come out, but I'm going to kind of use Plantaray Zymaca in all these. And I've had lots of comments recently. I'm going back to US, so big double bubbles are 60 ml instead of 50 ml. So we're going for a 60 ml double bubble of Jamaican rum, Zymaca in there. Now, this is why I say it's important to use toughened glasses for my method. I'm just going to do a bit of cubed ice in there. All right. And then I'm just going to take a shaker, and they'll just pop on straight on top like that. So I can shake there. Now, if you haven't got a toughened glass, use the other end of your cocktail shaker. But I've actually seen quite a few Brazilians do it this way. Whether it's a traditional way or not, I don't know. But I've certainly in this country, certainly down in London, I've seen a lot of Brazilian bartenders do this. So toughened glass. There we go. And that's, it says, there we go, should just pop out. And you can just do an open gated pour, or as I like to call it, shake and dump. There we go. And if you've got enough room in your glass, you can just top up with a bit of crushed ice, just to make it look pretty. And then garnish passion fruit. I've got a dried passion fruit here from Frona. And that's the first one. So this is one of my favourite things. We are literally just swapping out a cachaça, which a lot of people would use rum anyway in a cachaça. But like very rarely will people have actual cachaça at home, so they will use rum. But the whole point is, this is, as I said, this is the closest rum cocktail that I'm actually going to do tonight. The rest, we've got vodka, we've got gin, we've got a sort of whiskey that we're kind of swapping, and we've got brandy for the final one as well. So, does Jamaican rum make this taste even better? That is absolutely fantastic. Don't forget, I'm going to discuss what Jamaican rum is in a second. We'll get the second cocktail out of the way. We'll have a little go at that. We can have a chat about that. For all of you guys watching live, if you've got any questions, as I always say, question in capital letters, like type question out, capital letters. I'll see them pop up on screen. If they're relevant to what I'm talking about at the time, I'll see them and I'll chat about it then. If not, I'll come back to them at the end. But don't think I'm not going to miss, because I like to get involved in all the comments, all the questions. Right, Caipirinha done. That is belting. So does Jamaican rum work in a Caipirinha? Hell yes. All right. Second one we're going to do is actually, this is where the vodka comes in. And I think I've not actually tried this, and I'm kind of really excited to try this. It's a French martini. Typically, you're vodka. So I'm going to see, does Jamaican rum make a better French martini? Arguably, you're not going to call it a French martini because the French martini gets its name actually from the vodka, not from the Chambord. Although Chambord like to, that's the original kind of, history behind it. Chambord like to claim it's because Chambord is French, but I think it was actually the vodka that was used. So this is a proper out and out shaken cocktail. So I'm actually going to make this in a shaker. And as I said, I'm going back to US. So I'm going to do a 60ml double bubble of Jamaican rum in here. So this is replacing our vodka. Can Jamaican rum make a French martini taste even better? So that's that. Ingredient number 2. I don't use Chambord in my French martinis. I have actually got a little bit of Chambord here, to be fair. It's just a tiny bottle. I never use it because I've always got, as I say time and time again, I've always got bottles of creme de mure. I need creme de mure for my business, for cocktail masterclasses. I go through tons of it, so I use this all the time. So traditionally, yes, Chambords or like a raspberry liqueur or something like that. But trust me, blackberry liqueur tastes 10 times better. So 15ml, 1.5. You can add a little bit more. Don't forget, actually, mure is a lot more vibrant than what Chambord is. All right. So we've got that. And then the final ingredient is just pineapple juice. Now, size of the glasses, I'm in two schools here. Like, I see this get made a lot, and I see a lot of people, a lot of bartenders add a lot of pineapple juice. The recipe is like 3/4 of the amount of vodka. So I've used 60ml. So it's the recipe and how the guidelines are like 45ml of pineapple juice. I do think that can be a little bit boozy. So I actually like to do equal amounts of pineapple juice to booze. I do see a lot of bartenders use even more pineapple juice, sometimes double the amount of pineapple juice to vodka. But, rum plays really, really nicely with pineapple juice. And effectively with vodka, you're just making it a boozy pineapple juice. So we've got extra flavours coming out in here. So I'm going to do 60ml. We'll see what it's like. There we go, 60ml of pineapple juice. Always make sure it's pressed pineapple juice as well. None of this from concentrate stuff. And then this one is just a very, very simple shake and strain. So for those of you just coming on, I see the numbers just jump. What we're doing tonight is seeing if our Jamaican rum makes classic cocktails taste even better. I've started off with a cachaça. That's as close to rum as what we're getting. We're now swapping in vodka, Jamaican rum for a vodka cocktail. All right, so try shake. There we go. Right. Oh, that's a nice colour. That's lovely. I'm going to use this glass. There we go. Thank you very much, artists, for the glassware. Artists have basically all my glasses come from artists these days. I love artist glass. They're really, really good. So there we go. Nice. Oh, perfect size glass. Look at that. Like we've done that before. Perfect. There we go. Bit of froth. We'll get rid of that in a minute. And then garnish. Look at me. I'm garnish ready, ain't I? Got a raspberry kebab. Look at that. Live streams have never been so professional. Oh my God, that is... Wow. That is really good compared to vodka. Sorry, I know Dutch Barn vodka is a really, really good vodka. But Jamaican rum in that, I would say, actually softens the blow a little bit. So with vodka, as I say, you're just making an alcoholic pineapple juice and a little bit of raspberry in there. With that Jamaican note, it softens the blow. But because I'm going to talk about this now, answer the question, what is Jamaican rum? We'll get into that now before we get into the next 3 cocktails. But the Jamaican rum notes in that really accentuate that pineapple juice. That is fantastic. I really like that. Can we call that, as it's a French martini, can we call that a Jamaican martini? I'm not sure. It'd be interesting. I don't get into this, but it'd be interesting to do the whole balance adjusting on the pineapple juice. So, like, you know what, like Kevin Cost and all that do on the interwebs, and as balance adjust pineapple juice. So it's got the sort of lime juice acidity. Be interesting to taste that. But that in its own guise, I don't think I want lime juice or anything in there. That is just a lovely kind of fruity, vibrant Jamaican rum cocktail. So let's dive into this sort of chat then. What is Jamaican rum? But before we go any further, thank you very much, Kevin. I hadn't forgotten, actually. It always comes at this point after cocktail too. If you are new around these parts and you like me and these videos do provide you with value and entertainment, then please do. Always do that side. Please do hit that like button, and if you want to get involved in the chat, because I found out that's a little option, please subscribe to the channel. And as a little reward, I've got a free PDF ebook that you can download. The link will be in the description at this precise moment. It will be in the pinned comment after the live stream. But if you're watching on big screen, just hold your phone up and scan the QR code. And what that ebook is basically 10 cocktails, but with my fun riffs on them. All right, and that's 2025's version. I kind of change that up every year. So then, Jamaican rum. What is Jamaican rum? And as I say, for all you guys watching live, if you've got any questions at any point, question in big capital letters. And if I see them, if it's relevant, I'll answer them at a time. If not, we'll do it at the end of the live stream. But I love to have a chat with you guys. I'm just getting the video, the content out of the way for the replay. So Jamaican rum, as I say, it's a question that comes up all the time. All right, it's like, what is Jamaican rum? Even though I've got videos out there, it's like people don't watch the next video. People will just ask me. So it's a big kind of topic that, you know, it can get lost. It's a very different category of rum. It's almost in its own category, like agricole. And a lot of people understand what agricole is. It's kind of this like real funky sort of Martinique French rum, essentially Martinique, Guadeloupe, like really funky. Jamaican rum's in its own class like that. Okay, it's not like Barbados rum, it's not like Guyanan rum, it's definitely not like Cuban or Dom Rep rum. It's got its own little kind of niche, if you like. But how? What exactly is it? So I've made some bullet points here, and I'm not going to blind you with science. This is not what this is about. I've got 5 bullet points. So I can explain this as clearly and as succinctly as possible. So firstly, what sets Jamaican rum apart? First things first, I would say their fermentation times. So when you've got your molasses, and some Jamaican rums that are now, they are kind of using cane juice in there. That's the other one. There it is. I forgot. I just realised I've got another Jamaican rum coming out. They've got their molasses. So typically speaking, a lot of molasses may be fermented for 7 to 10 days. And it kind of, what fermentation does is the sugars kind of creating that alcohol, and then you can kind of distill that. So it's kind of like your base before you distill it. With Jamaican rum, what they'll traditionally do is the fermentation times are a lot longer. And they'll use wild yeast strains as opposed to typical yeast strains. And what that will do is that will give it what we call funk. This funky note to it. So you probably be thinking the best way we can all describe it is like overripe bananas, where if you've got a real black sort of banana and that smell, that pungency that comes off that, that's kind of how you get that. It's the longer fermentation times, but there's a bit more to it than that as well. Basically, the wild yeast, I said I wouldn't go too technical, but let's just get this bit here. So the wild yeast kind of, in the longer fermentation time, basically creates more esters, more alcohols. And esters are those things that really smell pungent. You can go away and Google that. It's the science bit of this, which I'm not really getting into too much to. The second bit, some rums do, Jamaican rums, some rums don't, but they have what they call dunder pits and muck pits and dunder tank. And what that is kind of the leftovers of the previous distillation. So all that sort of leftover molasses that's in the base of this still, so it's definitely in Spanish origin rums, Cuba, Dom Rep, all those kind of places, they won't use that at all. You know, that'll just be discarded or sort of used somewhere else. But in Jamaican rum, and actually quite a few UK British rums, think Dropworks, Lewis and gang, Sean up in Dropworks, they've kind of got their own sort of dunder tanks going on, but they will use that sort of leftover waste from the previous distillation, which again has got all that sort of funky notes to it and all, all that sort of, stick your head in the still and you'll find it. You'll smell it. It's got that pungency to it. Again, they'll put that in the dunder tanks and then muck pits. There's various little stories about muck pits. Some people say that, they throw old fruit in. So muck pits are outside. They'll throw old bits of fruit in there, like banana skins and, coconuts and guavas and all that sort of stuff. Some people say that's not true. Some distilleries say that is true. But, muck pits, again, kind of like your waste, and they'll use a little bit of that in their fermentation, and that's where they get like a lot of those sort of funky notes from. So that's the second one. The third one is their stills. So what they use to actually distill the rum is typically different to, again, I'm picking on them, but very different to Spanish origin rums. Very different. So Spanish origin, Dom Rep, Cuba, they've got these big stainless steel columns. Whereas Jamaica, they're really, really well known for their sort of copper pot stills. And what pot stills will do is give you, it's a more rounded, more robust, and I use the word quite a lot, heavier rum. So Spanish origin rum, because of the columns, will produce a lighter rum, whereas pot stills will actually produce a heavier, more robust rum. So again, that's coming into play here. And then thirdly, fourthly, with Jamaican rum, if it does say, I'm not sure you'll actually, because I haven't got the close-up on there, I don't think you will, but just there where my middle finger is, it actually says Jamaican rum on the bottle. Okay, I don't think Worthy Park, I don't think that's any clearer on Worthy Park. It's just there where my finger is, Jamaican rum. If a bottle has got the words Jamaican rum written on it, and this is part of their GI, it means that no additives, no sugar or anything has been added to it. If it doesn't use the words Jamaican rum, or it's got rum from Jamaica or something like that, it might mean that it's been blended in places like Gear in Holland, and therefore like other stuff can be added to it. But the words physically Jamaican rum on the bottle is Jamaican GI, and that just means that nothing else can be added to it. All right, so right here, I have got examples of Jamaican rum. Now, 4 of these here, so we've got 2 different types essentially, but 4 of these here will have higher funk notes. For me, the one that doesn't is Appleton. Appleton is a lovely rum, really is a really cracking rum, but do not expect it to have those funky notes. And the other one, the big one that you guys will know, is Smith and Cross. Okay, it's slightly more overproof rum. So Appleton won't have those big sort of pungy notes to it. Some people say they do get it, and you will get slightly more than what you get on a Barbados rum, but you typically won't get as much as what you get off the likes of these. So 2 of these are, and if any of you watching in the US, that is, so Rum Bar, we still don't get Worthy Park overproof here. We still get Rum Bar. And they are slightly, even it's the same distillery, they are slightly different rums. The Rum Bar overproof that you guys get in the US has got the cane juice in it, whereas this one is just sort of molasses. So you've got Worthy Park there. This is actually Hamden. Hamden is a fantastic rum. The 8-year-old is probably one of the best Jamaican rums, but it's very, very expensive for you to use in cocktails. So typically, I kind of default to sometimes Worthy Park, but sometimes Zymaca, Plantaray Zymaca. As you can see, I've got a lot of Plantaray behind the bar. I use Plantaray quite a lot. But Worthy Park, I really do have a lot of time for as well. Really, really cracking rums. These sort of ones, the white ones, are overproof. The big famous one is Ray and Nephew. We call it Uncle Ray. And the big famous drink for that is Ting Ray. So Ray and Nephew and Ting, grapefruit soda. But they will typically give, because they are higher in alcohol, 63%. What's stuff rum fire? 63? Yeah, they're all 63%, those ones. They will typically give you much bigger, funkier, bolder notes to them. But because these have been aged in barrels, so they are just fresh rum, might have been rested for 6 to 8, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is, but just kind of in stainless steel tanks as opposed to aged in barrels. These will obviously give you those vanillins, those vanilla notes, the caramel notes, some sort of bits of toffee in there, or just kind of round those funky notes off. And for me, that's where you get those sort of extra banana-y, mango-y, maybe a touch of coconut notes to these. So hopefully that's given you a broad overview for those of you that really didn't know of what Jamaican rum is. I have seen a question here. This is Kevin. We'll put this up on screen right now. If anyone else has got a question that I've missed, I'm sorry, but this one's right here. Are Jamaican rums typically stronger than others? No. The white ones, yes. The white ones typically obviously the big famous ones, they obviously do these at 40% as well. But the big famous ones are 63% ABV. Zymaca is 43%. Worthy is 40%. So the white overproofs, yes. Smith and Cross. Smith and Cross is a funny one because that does contain Jamaican rum, but it's not actually made in Jamaica. Smith and Cross very much comes out of V&H Gear in Holland, so it's kind of blended. But don't take nothing away from that at all. It is Jamaican rum at the heart of it. I think part of it's Hampden, although it's very secretive, I think, of where it actually comes from. But yeah, yes, no, some are, some aren't. It's exactly as very rarely will you see an overproof rum from Barbados, for example, and Guyana. We definitely don't get overproof. I don't think we get the overproof rums from Guyana, but we do get the overproof rums from Jamaica. So there we go. That is the broad overview of Jamaican rum. Let's crack on now with the last three cocktails. I'm going to have a little bit more of this. This is fantastic. Oh, that is really, really good. Fantasticals. Right. Actually, we've got the room. Let's use different shakers, new shakers. So, cocktail number 3. Come here. I'm actually now swapping gin. This is a gin-based cocktail. All right. So, does Jamaican rum make gin-based cocktails better? Now, I know I'm not going to attempt a martini, although martinis might be quite nice. But again, I'm sticking with the blackberry theme. And a lot of you might guess this. We're actually going for the Bramble. All right. So, let's crack on with this. And I love the Bramble. Have I made this with Jamaican rum? I probably have, but I can't remember it. Hence why I'm doing it tonight. I've definitely made the Bramble with stuff like Stella. So that's a 4-rum blend of that has actually got unaged Jamaican in it, but Swaziland, Reunion, and then tiny bit of aged Don Rep. So I've used Stella and Brambles, but I've never used like a rounded aged Jamaican rum that I know of in here. So again, shaking cocktail, 60ml double bubble. There we go, of that. Now, this one's a lemon juice, baby. So half the amount. So if you've done 50ml, do 25. If it's done 60, we want 30ml of lemon juice. And then I'm actually swapping, because I do love this. I'll keep saying this. I think agave is very underrated when it comes to rum cocktails. I've started to use a lot of this. This question came up last week, so I'll repeat it again. What is Monin's agave sugar? It is just essentially, if I can get it, we've just got this one out here. It's just essentially agave nectar with water. So 2 parts agave nectar with water to make it slightly more runny. Exactly the same. We might as well get it out because that's coming out in a minute. Exactly the same as like their honey syrup. It's 2 parts honey to 1 part water, which a lot of cocktail books actually recommend you do anyway to make it more runny. So that's what Monin's agave sugar is. It's just a runnier version of agave, because if you use agave, especially some really, really good ones, they're quite thick and they ain't going to sort of break down too well. So 60ml of rum, 30ml of lemon juice. I'm just going to do 15ml of agave nectar. Perfect. Agave syrup. Better not call it nectar. The agave police will come at me. Right. This one's shaken. We are going to do this properly though, boys and girls. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Right. Shaken cocktail. Yep. Right. What's proper? For those of you that have never done a Bramble, what you're going, what's proper? I don't understand what proper is. Right. Double old-fashioned glass. Crushed ice. Crushed ice. There we go. That'll do for 2 seconds. Strainer. Right. Strain that in. I just thought I'm going to have a bit left over. If you do UK measurements on double old-fashioned, so 50ml and 25ml, you get exactly the right amount for double old-fashioned glasses. If you do US, you get slightly more. I forgot about that bit. There we go, that bit. There's a tiny little bit left in there for me. Right, and then where have I put it? Creme de Mure. This is where the blackberry comes in. So again, don't forget this is sweet. A lot sweeter than cassis and stuff like that. So I typically say when I do masterclasses, definitely no more than 15 mil. But if you want to go slightly under 10 mil, maybe 7.5 mil, you know, that'll work for a lot of people. So I've probably got about 10 mil in there. I don't think we'll get this. I'm going to send that flying if I do that. This, can you see? Hopefully that'll kind of, if we do it there. Yeah, you've got that. I miss not having the close-ups on. I need to work out a 2-camera setup for this, but it's only me here, so I've got to press the mouse in between to get a zoom kind of angle going on, which kind of makes it a little bit more faff, doesn't it? Right. Top that up, crushed ice, perfect. And then the garnish. Sorry, Frona, I haven't got Frona out tonight. We've got actual blackberries. I haven't got a spray. Oh, we could do a bit of mint. We could do a bit of mint. Normally I would do rosemary, but as we're going rum, there we go. That'll do. Get rid of that bit. And a bramble. So, question: does Jamaican rum? I'm mindful at the mics there, and I keep talking while I'm over here. Does Jamaican rum make the bramble taste better? Rossi B's in the house. Jamble. Yes, Jamaican rum bramble jumble. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I like that. Do you know what? I'm not a gin lover, but I really do love the bramble. If I'm going to drink one cocktail when I'm out doing cocktail masterclasses, it's always the bramble. And I'll probably have half before I give it to a hen party, to give it to one of the hens. Because I really do like it, even though I'm not a gin lover. But that is absolutely superb. Really, really simple. I was going to say gin then. Jamaican rum, agave. I forgot about the agave, but agave, lemon juice, and then blackberry. The Jamaican rum off that is that element of fruit notes. It is that element of sort of like banana. That I haven't had a shot of this for ages, actually. It's just, what are we getting off here? It's just reacquaint myself. Yeah, banana-y, mango-y, definitely banana, definitely sort of overripe bananas, of course it is. Soft vanilla. It's like a fruit bomb without it being a fruit liqueur, if you know what I mean. Definitely mango, a touch of mango at the back there. Banana first and foremost. It's like a really ripe banana. And then obviously you've got that sort of that toffee note, that caramel note, that vanilla note that goes into. I think it's, I forget what this is. I think it's 3 and 4 year old rums in here. I think I've completely forgotten. It will tell me on the back there. I can't be bothered to read it. But yeah, that's banana forward. So that's what you're kind of getting off that. I've just seen a question from Al Ho, which is sort of relevant. What about the herbal notes? I don't get too much herbal notes off this, to be fair. It's very much does exactly what it says on the tin. Mind you, I haven't been drinking a lot of rum neat recently, so I've lost my palate a little bit from what I had in the rum journey, sort of like the last sort of 3 or 4 years. Alho, I'm going to come to that question in a bit because stay tuned for cocktail 5. Yes, delicious. Right. So that's your third one done. Oh, they're bangers. They're really, really good. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. There. So cocktail number 4. Now this one, this is very interesting because this traditionally, there's a couple of different versions of this out there, but the one I always go by and the one I've known for, I think this is quite a recent cocktail as well. I think this is like 10 years old, if that. It was kind of invented in London, but it's called the Bee Sting, and they actually make it with, typically with rye and tequila blend. All right, so it's basically rye whiskey, bit of tequila, honey, lime juice, ginger ale. I'm in 2 minds here of whether to go all out Jamaican rum instead of both, or to use the tequila as well and to do a split base. I think I'm going to do the split base because that's the one I've had quite a lot with tequila. I kind of know what it should taste like or how I've made it, so I can then compare that quite easily to that. So I think that's what we're going to do. So 30 ml of a Reposado tequila. Oh, not that one, because that's got blackberry in it. There we go. Don't want any cross-contamination. Right, 30 ml of 100% agave tequila. That's what you want now, okay? Reposado. 30 ml of the Jamaican rum. So basically, we are just simply swapping rye whiskey that will have those sort of peppery notes to it. I'm not a huge whiskey fan, but it's kind of more feisty, peppery notes to it. And then you've got a fruitier Jamaican rum going on. So that's going to be the big swap, all right? So we've got that. It should be honey and apple juice. Yeah, there we go. 7.5 ml of honey. So 1/4 ounce. Lovely jubbly. Lime juice. How much lime juice have we got? 15 ml of lime juice. Obviously, I was just double checking. I only wrote these this afternoon, so I should really know. 15 ml of lime juice. And then pressed apple juice. 45 ml of 100% pressed apple juice. Or to you guys in the US, I haven't had to say this for a while, cider. Sort your lives out, US people. Why are you calling it cider? It's apple juice. Cider is alcoholic. All right? Sort it out. Right. No, I'm joking. That's where the numbers just disappear now. Right. Ice. Ice that up. Let's get a... Sorry, I keep talking while I'm away from that. Right, this is why I've got this bag. Let's ice... Nice. Large ice cubes. Yeah, that way looks perfect. Right. Shaky. Lovely jubbly. And then the finishing touches with the Bee Sting, bit of ginger ale. Open that. Right down there. And then lovely jubbly. Perfect. Not much ginger ale. Right. What was the garnish for this? I think that's why I got the mint out. Oh no! Hang on, I've got a purple apple here. What was the purple apple for? Bramble? What was the purple apple for? It's definitely not for the next one. Was it for this one? Oh, apple juice. Of course it was. There we go. Twit. What a twit. Right. Let's do that and that. There we go. Right. So, do I need more ginger? 12 ounce high. Oh, no. Oh, that's quite nice. Touch more ginger. Not much. It's quite gingery, actually. It's what, 50 ml? Maybe slightly more in there. Do love Franklin's and Sons for this. There's a fruity element to that that's not apple. I'm not saying I get the banana notes of that, but it's definitely softer, fruitier than if I'd made it with whiskey, 100%. I think there's a little bit of tequila bite coming through there. Does Jamaican rum make or break that? Bearing in mind, there's only 30 ml of Jamaican rum in there. There also I can really say from that is that does make the cocktail slightly fruitier. If I drunk that, I wouldn't go, oh yeah, Jamaican rum. I think the Jamaican rum probably adds to it, but it's not in your face like any of those. All right, so that's a really lovely cocktail, actually. Kind of a different approach. What that actually might benefit from, and where the rye does, is like it rises 50%. So actually, a slightly stronger Jamaican rum might have been good there. Smith and Cross might have been a good one for this, but I haven't got Smith and Cross here. I'm definitely not thinking like the overproofs, the white ones. but Smith & Cross might have been a great shout for this. Fantastic cocktail. Absolutely drink that. I'm just not overly convinced the Jamaican rum adds anything of note apart from extra fruity. It probably enhances the apple juice, if anything. Totally delicious. Love that. Right. And then the final question before we get into the banter, I've just seen Mark in there. We'll get into that. What about swapping the OFTD? That could be a question. What's the time? We might get onto that afterwards, Mr. Mark. Right, the final one. I don't know what Alho said earlier, but this is where my head was at. The fifth one is a brandy Alexander, except we ain't using brandy. So this would kind of be like a Jamaican rum cream or like a proper Baileys. So I think what I'm expecting to taste from this is a better version than Worthy Park's. I forget what Worthy Park's is called now. Is it Charisma or is that Barbados? Worthy Park have got a rum cream. Foursquare have got a rum cream. I think that's the Charisma one. I forget. I think it's just rum bar, isn't it? What am I talking about? It's down here. No, it's not. It's gone. So it's been finished. It's rum bar cream. I'm sure it is. This is what I'm expecting to happen. I'm expecting this to be a much more boozy, luxurious kind of rum bar cream. That's what I think is gonna go down here. So very, very simple. 60ml double bubble of Jamaican rum. The cacao, I'm coming in the form of Tempest Fugit because this one has got the little bit of chocolate to it as well. So this is going to be superb in here. And I've put 22.5ml because this is quite boozy for a cacao. 30, I forget, 30%? Where is it? Where's the little numbers? 24%. All right, it's not that big. All right, let's go 30ml. Sorry. I thought it was a bit stronger than that. So 30ml of that. And then just because I don't do a lot of cream stuff, as I always say when I use this, take no note of this. This is just Oatly. It's not cream, but it is long life and shelf stable and will keep in the fridge until I need it. So I've always got some at hand, all right? So I don't have to worry about buying cream every single week just in case. So this is always in the fridgerini. I've had this in the fridge since before Christmas and it's still got another 4 months on it. So what have I put for this? 30ml of cream. Actually tastes really, really good, to be fair. Just saves me having fresh cream about. Unless you use cream all the time, of course. If you do that, then go for it. But I typically don't. So, right, a bit of cream there. That could go there. That can now go in there. Right. Shicky. Do I need a fresh? No, we can use that. We can use that. Lovely. Right. Yeah. Oh, I'm liking that. Right, and now I'm going to use the same. Oh, have I got enough to fill that up? How much liquid have we got there? 60, 22, 90, 100. I don't think I've got enough to do that. In my head, I really want to use that glass, but I think it's going to be too big. So I'm not going to use that glass. I'm going to come back to this glass. I do. Actually, do you know what? Let's use this one. So in trouble. Artists send me too many glasses. I've got loads of really good glasses here. Right. Look at that. Oh yeah, perfect. Right. So this, as I say, I'm expecting this to be a rather boozy, large, proper Jamaican rum cream. And yes, we are actually going to do it properly because in the fridge, I've got a little square, big square of, what's this, 54% dark chocolate, I think. Nice. Right, let's go down there now. Oh, that's a bit dangerous. Oh, why would you buy a cream at Christmas? You just make those. Like a Bailey's. If you use double cream as well, that'll be a lot thicker than what that stuff is. Oh, that is very, very good. So, summing up then, before I go for a free-for-all in the comments and have banter and maybe take on Mark's challenge. I think I saw OFTD mentioned being mentioned there somewhere. Look, 4 out of 5 of those, I would say absolutely 100% enhances the cocktail. The Caipirinha with Jamaican rum is fantastic. I flipping love the French Martini, so cachaça. Swapping Jamaican rum in for vodka, 100%. That is a fantastic, fantastic cocktail. The Bramble, I flipping love the Bramble. What do we call it? The Jamble. Rossi B call it the Jamble. Jamaican rum, that, I think that is my favourite. That's definitely my favourite. That's amazing. Love the cream as well. What's it called? The Brandy Alexander with Jamaican rum. It's just this one. I think, right, and bearing in mind it is a split base anyway, tequila and whiskey. Swapping, you definitely tasted tequila in this. So I'm glad I've kept the tequila. I think, as I said, I think Ray and Nephew would have been, sorry, not Ray, Smith and Cross would have been a better shout in there. A slightly more booze forward Jamaican rum. I think slightly more funk elements, or Hamden 8-year-old if you can afford it. You know, it's like 60, I don't even know what it is now. It was 65 quid last year, so God knows what it is now. But that is a really tasty cocktail. I just don't get, it's a fruity cocktail, and I think that Jamaican rum does bring the apple out a little bit more, but I wouldn't sort of associate that with Jamaican rum like I do those. So that is, that's the Jamaican rum off. Stick around, I ain't going anywhere now. It's like I normally set aside an hour. We've still got nearly 20 minutes, haven't we? So we can have a little play. I can dive into the comments and all that. So I'm not going anywhere, but for those of you watching, if you have got any questions, now's the time. I'm going to sort of scroll back to the top of the comments and see where we get to. But if you, if you've got any comments, got any other questions, got any other cocktails that would have been an obvious Jamaican rum swap, dive into the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Right, let's just pop these to one side here. I have to reacquaint myself with that, to be fair. I'm here to take it back. I might actually prefer that to the Bramble. I always forget about the first cocktail. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know. I don't know. I'm revising this. I think these 3 are my favourites. Although that is very good as well. Let's just get back into the comments. There we go. Let me know what you thought of that, boys and girls, in the old comments. Right, where's my? Did I bin it? Let's get another one of these. Just so I don't get wet elbows. Right, there we go. So let's scroll back up there. I've had a couple of notes about the adverts. Right, I did see what the setting was, and there is something I can do about it. I can turn monetization off completely. However, look, this is a business for me, and I'm not saying it because of the adverts. I'm saying it because quite frequently I do get super chats and super thanks, and people donating money when I respond to questions and stuff like that. So if I turn monetization off, I haven't got access to the super chats and all that sort of stuff. But what I have done is I've put the advert setting on the bare minimum. So now it's based on your viewing habits, okay, as opposed to YouTube putting adverts in whenever it feels like. It's based on your viewing habits. So if you're likely to watch a 30-second advert, it's going to put a 30-second advert in there. If you're likely to skip every single advert you see, then it will only put like 3-second adverts in. But I'll put it on the lowest setting. So the frequency of adverts, and I've only seen a couple of people comment, the frequency of adverts should be a lot less. But yes, at the end of the day, you know, this costs money. The software that I use costs money, you know, so this is a business. This is a business for me. So, and YouTube enables us creators to make a living from this. So, yes, I know, but just do what I do. I haven't seen a YouTube advert now for about 4 years, maybe 5 years. YouTube Premium. Why would you not spend $9.99 on YouTube Premium? No adverts. YouTube Music, which is better than Spotify. You know, why would you not? In YouTube Premium, do it. Do it. It will change your lives. Right. Who have we got there? So I'm assuming people have disappeared now, but I'm going to go back. Sean, there's a name I haven't seen for a while. Hello, Sean. Is that still? I'm leaning forward, so I'm going to put the mic there now. There we go. If that's that'll be right. The mic's not because it's a directional mic. It's pointing over my head, but that should sound better now. So hello, Sean. I haven't seen your name around for quite a while. Mark, who's this? Geordie. I do recognise that. Kadu Spiced Rum. Greetings from Serbia. Yes, I have tried Kadu. Kadu's like a slightly better Captain Morgan. Let's leave it at that. Right, there's there's ads. There's plenty of people chatting about ads. Right, there we go. For those of you that are still watching, let's just do a quick one of these. If that whole live stream, if you love that, and if you haven't done, please smash that like button. And if you really want to watch more of my content, then hit that subscribe button. And as I always say, look, I give you a little reward. If you're this far in, and if you haven't done already, right this minute in the description of this video, you'll see a link to download my free PDF ebook. Or if you're watching on a big screen TV, crazily, I've nearly got as many viewers now on TVs as what I do on a mobile phone. How bonkers is that? You wouldn't have said that a few years ago. It's all about the mobile view. Now it's all about the TV view. So what this, I keep pointing that way. It's that way. What that ebook is 10 of my favourite recipes that I've put fun riffs on. All right, so they're not classic recipes. I'm not going to show you how to make mojito. I don't think mojito's in there, actually. I think it's a pineapple Queen's Park Swizzle. It's pineapple or guava, maybe one or two. But it's those kind of things. So I've riffed up 10 recipes for you. So there we go. Thank you. Right, let's get back to this. Chicago Meister. Have a great show, mate. Just got back from Jamaica and visited Hamden. Wow. If you're still here, Chicago Meister, if you're still around these parts, let us know about that should be Hamden. I'm assuming Hamden Distillery. Let us know what rums you tasted while you're out there. Right, Alho, poor Alho. Question: are Jamaican rums typically stronger? We did that. Right, here's a question. Eduardo, I can say that. Eduardo, what Worthy Park expressions would you recommend? Right, number one. Sorry if you're not here, but I am. Oh, there it is. Look, these. Can we get even closer? There we go. So Worthy Park, I think that is a stonking rum. Amazing. Excuse me, amazing quality rum. This is still, even though it's not on my back bar, because of deals. Hey, if Worthy Park want chats, come and chat to me. But because it's not on my back bar. It doesn't get the love and all that, but it's still one of my favourite dark rums. I do. Right, this is going to be interesting because when that gets properly released, if it's a permanent release and not just like a Black Tot Day release, this is Plantare's Mr. Fog. Oops, where's the front label? There it is. This is Plantare's Mr. Fog. That could be very interesting. So whether that actually takes that over, because that is flipping fantastic, that is, for a darker, stronger rum. But look, do you know what? They are fantastic. The Rum Bar Overproof, the Worthy Park Overproof is absolutely fantastic as well. We just don't get it here in the UK. I've tried it at a couple of rum festivals. They brought it over for that. We just don't get it. As I say, we've got Rum Bar. The Rum Bar, the Worthy Park Overproof is 10 times better than what that is because it's got sugar cane juice in it. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's a fantastic rum. So, yeah, I keep doing that. I keep talking while I'm away from the microphone. Can you hear that? See, if I'm over here, it's not as kind of as clear as what I am there. Directional mics. It's an expensive microphone. Sounds better though, doesn't it, these days? Right, hopefully that answered that, Eduardo. Who is Dave? I know a lot of Daves. Not seen you in ages. Small Steve down the road. Dave in a car. It just says Dave. I know a lot of Daves. Who's this Dave? Dave. I don't know. Small Steve down the road. Don't know what Dave that is, and I don't recognise the little thumbnail either. So there we go. Sorry. Hello, Dave. Right. AET herbal notes. We did see this. That's what I was referring to. I caught that out of the corner of my eye. How about Jamaican rum and a White Russian? I think I went one better, to be fair. White Russian. Yeah. Right. A cheeky shot for later. Yeah, where did that rum go? There it is. Apple Press. Dave's commented a lot. Dave, who are you? I'm going to really kick myself because I think I should know who that is, but I really don't know because you've not got a second name up there and because it looks like a van. I can't really see. What that is. Dave, I'm struggling. Right, Mark Esdale. What about swapping Cascabel for OFTD? What cocktail was that? That was the Bee Sting. Right, let's have a go at this. It's 20 past. We've got some time, haven't we? We don't want the creamy one, so let's get rid of that. A bit of that. As you're a paying member, Mr. Mark Esdale, we can definitely kind of do that for you. Make all these special allowances for members, don't I? I've forgotten. So we're going for the Bee Sting. So we are doing Jamaican rum. Where's my jigger? Not the cream one. There we go. Right. So 30 ml of Jamaican rum. We are going 30 ml of OFTD. There we go. Boom. You put it there, Mark. I personally would have gone to Mr. Fox, but hey, who am I to argue? Apple juice, 45 ml. There's 45 ml of apple juice. Lovely, jubbly. Touch of lime juice. Nice. And that should be it. 1, 2, 3. Honey. Right, 7.5 ml of honey. So this is the Bee Sting. We're just swapping out the Cascabel tequila for OFTD. Right, honey in there. Nice. Tell you what I'm actually going to do this time. I'm going to use a slightly bigger glass as well. So that was a 12 ounce. I think that's the same as well. I can bulk it out with ice. Let's go old school. Let's go the old bamboo cooler, which is like 4 ounces bigger. Let's go that one then. That's wider and fatter. Let's go that one. Right. Let's do fresh ice. Oh, actually, we've got some more of these. Big fat boy ice cubes. 1, 2. Right, ginger ale is there. Strainer is there. Look at the colour difference now. Right, Mr. Mark Esdale. So, I don't know. What we used? About 60, 70 ml of ginger ale this time. You've had enough naming lights, these. Now we can get rid of that. Here's one I made earlier. We'll keep a sprig of mint in there. That's made it too strong now. OFTD completely overshadows the Zymaca. You lose that lovely fruitiness from the cocktail. Yeah, see, I prefer that hands down. Do you know what? I'm not going to be defeated. I'm going to do what I think I should have done. Right. Oh yeah, you can tell this hasn't been used. It's still got the flipping labels on it. There we go. Get rid of old Luigi Bormioli. Right. What I'm doing? So we're doing. This is take 3. Take 3. Where's my jigger gone? Back down here. So 30ml. Right. So what we're doing this time? So Mr. Fogg's is 50. Oh, 50. Yeah, that'll be right. 55.7 versus 69. All right. So 30ml of Mr. Fogg's. Right, there we go. Apple juice. I swear I haven't got enough apple juice in it. Oh, what have you done to me? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Oh, look at that. Bang on the money. 40. It's about 46ml there. 46ml of apple juice. Honey. 7.5. Nice. While I'm here, and I know there's a few members on, what I am planning to do, for members is a dedicated members only live stream. It may not be next week, maybe the week after. So if you want to get involved in that, members, if you're not a member, sign up. There is a poll out on the membership feed, the membership tab on my channel. All right, so get involved. Let me know what you think. A couple of questions I've asked. All right, so members, have a look at that. You can see it on a mobile device. Of course you can. You just need to go to my channel homepage, and then you'll see all the tabs. If you're a new member, because I don't think that really makes it clear. But if you go to my channel homepage, you'll see post tab, community tab, and then if you're a paid up member, you'll see the membership tab with all the content that I bung out there. Okay, each week. So. So yes, looking for topics for a members live stream. Right, let's whack that in. There we go. Right, hopefully this one should be the. That's on the money. Wow, what a difference. So with the RFTD, you completely lose the fruity appleness of it. It just becomes a strong cocktail. With the original, with that tequila split base, it's a really light, vibrant, zingy apple kind of drink. With the Mr. Fogg's, you've now got that light, fresh, zingy appleness with that little subtle hint of extra apple. Do I think it's Jamaican rum in there? No. I still think like Smith and I keep wanting to say Ray and Nephew. Smith and Cross would have been a good shout of this. Like a 50, what was it, 57% ABV, whatever it is. I think that would have been a good shout. I think that's where it is. But because I haven't got it, I think this is as close as what I can do. That's really good. That's my favourite out of those, definitely. With the Mr. Fogg's. Oh yeah, right. We've solved that. There we go. Right, it's coming back here. Keep the drinks raw. These ads are annoying. Sorry. What about swapping the OFTD? That's what we did. Wow, Robin. Oh, hello, Robin. How the devil are you? Long time no see. Coolest one, Rum Stephen. Sarah's here. Lots of people. Do you know what? The more Google's a very clever machine these days. The more you say ads, the more it's going to serve up ads to you. But hopefully, I did explain that a few minutes ago. So I'm sorry. Would a Paloma also work? Yes. I think I've covered the Paloma quite a lot recently. Definitely 100% Palomas would work. Paloma, do you know what? Because, well, right, so here we go. Obviously, sorry. Ting, I think, did I not say, when did that video come out? It was last week, last Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday's video, wasn't it? Of course it was. Last Sunday's video. It's where I discussed this. Ting Ray is a Paloma. It's a rum Paloma. It's Ray and Nephew and ting grapefruit soda. So, you know, you can swap out whatever kind of Jamaican rum you want in there. You know, Jamaican rum, Jamaicans drink rum with ting. Ting is a very big sort of grapefruit soda. Okay, we do get it here in the UK. We don't get the pink one, we get the green one. But yeah, of course it would. So Tingray, I keep calling it Tingray. I think it's another name for it, to be fair. But yeah, it's yes, it's essentially our version of Paloma. But if you'd watched Sunday's video, you would have known that. Rossi B, Rossi B, Rossi B, Rossi B. For the French martini, if you use Dutch raspberry vodka and black cherry, ooh, ooh, I like what you've done there, Rossi B. I like what you've done there. As you're a little member as well. Hang on, which was that? It's the cream one. I don't want the cream one. Oh, no, see, that didn't come up on my stream. I've got the live chat here. I don't know whether it's up on that stream, but Eduardo, welcome to the Cocktail Club. Thank you very much for joining the membership. As I say, make sure you get involved in the community tab on there. And I can see plenty of other members already involved here. So members, say hello to him. Right, Dutch Bomb. Why did I not think of that? Rossi B. Oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Right, I'm going to do I do 60 or 45? Right, so we're going back to cocktail number two, French Martini. Right, the US, I might have lost the US people here for a second. So, Jamaican Rum, instead of 60 ml, I'm going to bring that down to 45 ml. Because instead of our 16% ABV creme de mure, what I'm actually going to use is Dutch Barnes flipping incredible black cherry vodka, which is 38% ABV. I'm going to start off with 15 ml. See how we go. 22.5 ml. You can't, I don't know whether you can see that. You can't get pourers in those things. Mr. Andy, Dutch Barn, Ricky Gervais, Ricky, have a word. You need smaller spouts so I can get one of these in, because look, it don't work, does it? It's not very bartender friendly. So we've got that. Ooh. But it's a very, very, very good vodka, and then pineapple juice. Right. There we go. So, what's this going to be called? This is definitely not called a French Martini now. We have absolutely destroyed the French Martini. The only thing in it is pineapple juice. Oh dear. Breaking the cocktail rules, isn't we? Breaking the cocktail rules. So I should have another one of those glasses as well. Look at that. There we go. It's the same glass, look. Because artists look after me. Get your glasses from Drinkstuff, but go to search by brand and artists, ARTIS. They're very good people. Very good glasses. To be fair, right, most of the glasses I've ever had anyway are from artists. Where's my... Oh, they're buried. Do you know those Tiki Mai Tai glasses? They're literally like 5-7 glasses back with the yellow sort of Tiki totem pole things on them. They're artist glasses. Right. Or won't lie, that's quite boozy. That is actually closer to probably what the boozy French Martini is, to be fair. Because this is dialed back fruitiness. Right, there is a difference. The fun and fruity people are 100% going to prefer the creme de mure because it's weaker, because it's sweeter. So what you've now done by using the Dutch Barn to replicate that, which you probably wouldn't do because the Dutch Barn's more expensive anyway. You're talking like what, 35 quid a bottle for that. You would probably need to add like 5 ml of sugar syrup to even get close to that, probably 7.5 to 10 mil of that. So you have completely changed the balance of the cocktail. I'm going to be brutally honest. Face value, just to swap, like for like swap, I prefer the creme de blanc because that is better balanced. But I could easily play with that. It's not even as vibrant cherry. So yeah, I probably would add just a touch of syrup to that, just a touch. Right. How about a margarita? And it's Angela, isn't it? Angela? Angela. I'm sure it's Angela. Yes. Marks would work. Definitely. Right. Do you choose the order you do cocktails in? Yes. I feel that it's an ulterior motive to that question, and I can't quite work it out in my head. Normally I can jump to conclusions, but I don't know what you mean by that, Kevin. So explain yourself, young boy. Down south. Right, second. Blue Grey. Yeah, Blue Grey's a member. I don't see. I have to look at this live stream to see all the little membership signals, symbols on here. The software that I use doesn't show me the membership things, but I can roughly know. Yeah, so we're up on that. Right. Love all the extra vids. Going to take time to go through them in a row. Blue Grey, get involved in the old comments on the in the membership tab as well. Say hello. So soon, very, very soon, there's quite a few of you still here. Very, very soon, and this has rolled out in the US. And I'm a big fan of this. It's getting a lot of hate, but I'm a big fan of this. What is coming? So for those of you that are quite active on my channel, you know the post tab. What is coming is that I can turn on. I haven't got it yet, so don't think you can do it now, but I could turn on a little feature that enables you to start a chat on my community tab. So you can start questions. And I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be a great way to go for community building. At the moment, it's relying on me putting a post up and you guys interacting. The downfall that YouTube has at the moment is it doesn't really. So it alerts me when a comment comes in. Excuse me. I see it in a feed. I get an alert, etc., etc. I see comments, and I've got that on. But I get a lot of comments. Some I ignore, especially on older videos. But recent videos, I kind of will respond to them. I don't let it know that I'm sort of live watching comments come in, but I will typically respond to them within 24 hours. What YouTube is very bad at replies. So if you then reply to me, is a pain in the backside for me to see it. I have to actually physically go in to see if there's any replies. I have to change settings. And I think YouTube is working on being better at that, which I'm really excited about, because there are conversations that happen, but we as creators, we just miss them because that setting to show replies and get alerts about replies just isn't there. All right, so that's coming. I think that's going to be a very, very good feature. Blocked out last year. Oh, Eduardo, if I got right, let's go here. If I just got the Hamden HLCF Classic, and to me it just tastes a bit slightly more delicate OTD, but it's over 3 times as much. I saw it. So what's the question? I just got. What do you think of it? I haven't tasted it. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't tasted it actually. I came out of, I think this is one of the newer ones where they did all the little mini samples. I love the Hamden 8-year-old, but my stance on that, and I've said it for like a long time when I was doing lots of rum, I just think it's stupid money. I object to paying 60, whatever it is these days. I don't even know what it is now, but I'm assuming it's 65, 68, maybe 70 quid. I object to paying that for an 8-year-old rum that predominantly most people would think is a cocktail rum. So for me, as good as it is, I cannot justify that in that. For me, if you are not a Plantaray fan, for me, that Worthy Park Select, even though it hasn't got the ABV, I think that is a incredible value for money Jamaican rum. I really, really do. I think that's outstanding. I really do. So the one thing it lacks is 8 years old. It lacks a little bit of bump in ABV, but for Jamaican flavour, it is fantastic. But I really love the plant array. So Hamden's a weird one. It's just very, very expensive. Hello in Salt Lake City. God, we've got all the US people on, haven't we? Yeah. Right, I need a drink, not long. Oh, it does show up. Look, there it is. Hang on, Nate, I've seen your question. I'm coming back to it. There it does. It does come on. Become a member, level STB Cocktail Club. Became a member. Hello, Eduardo. Welcome to the gang. That does pop up on screen. Right, what's this question? Rum selection is limited in my area, but I am able to get Appleton. What's your Appleton's great rum? If I'm going to pick one for cocktails, it's the 8-year-old. But don't expect that to be a funky Jamaican rum. I put it in the Barbados rums. It's a very, very good rum, but it's not a funky Jamaican rum. My take on it. Other people will say completely different, but then when they taste your Hamden 8-year-old, it's not even in that sort of ballpark. You know, it's a lovely, lovely rum. It's just not a funky Jamaican rum. All right, so it just depends what you want from a rum. Oh, how about... Yes, see, we chatted about this. It's a good idea. We need to get the engagement going. There's what I think forget what we're up to. We're up to 40. I forget what it is now. 40 something, nearly 50 odd members, and the membership tab gets like 5 comments on it. So we need to get more members actively involved in engagement, and then we can do stuff like this. Definitely. I use Fever Trees Pick Grapefruit Soda for my Palomas. What's your go-to for that? Right, so I do have a take on this. I absolutely love Franklin's and Sons Pink Grapefruit. It may or may not be. They don't pay me. Before you go there, there's not a paid kind of thing here. There is a discount code for Franklin's and Sons in every single video description. So you just have to go down there. There is a discount code for that. That said, do you know what? Fever Tree's Pink Grapefruit is one of their better mixers. And I can't not say that because it is really, really good. Fever Tree do some things really, really well, and they've let a lot of other things slip. One thing they do really, really well is that Pink Grapefruit. But as you can see, as you can see, I am firmly Team Franklin's and Sons. And I still can't tell you the news. It's just new. I'm just going to say this. Sorry, Franklin's Sons. There's new flavours coming, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. But I'm very excited about new flavours. Right. Oops. Sorry. That's going right. Welcome, Eduardo. Franklin's Sons Commonwealth Martini. See you next week. Bye, Ange. Oh, question. We're up to the very final comments. 1 hour and 13. What I can't hide. What do you pick? Do you pick the order of 5 cocktails, knowing which you would prefer? No, do you know what? I don't. I didn't even realise that's where it was going. No, sometimes I put in like cocktail 1. I will make it what I think will have mass appeal in a pre-recorded video, but I definitely didn't do it for this video. If I'd done that, the Bramble would have gone first. But then in my head, I'm thinking, well, actually, thinking about it now, I'm thinking the passion fruit Caipirinha might have been a better shout anyway to go first. However, the Bramble is probably my favourite. So the answer to that question is sometimes I do for a recorded video, but when I'm live, I don't really think about that. There's a lot of things to think about when you're live because you don't do like 20 takes. Not that I ever do 20 takes. 5. I don't. I do. So, backstory to videos. The intro, I probably take... I might do about 4 to 5 takes on the intro. And then I pick the best one. But then the rest of it is just 1 take. But then I do kind of... You'll see me cut. It's because you don't really need to see me walking over here to get something and then coming back with a jigger and all that. So you'll just see me cut to like 25ml of rum, 25ml of banana liqueur, 25ml of lime juice, you'll probably just see that cut because you don't need to see all that bit. And that's really, I'm so used to filming that, it's just easy to edit. So that's one take. But with the intro, it's like I'll film 5 or 6 different versions of the intro, maybe chop different bits together. It's only like, what, 3 sentences, but everyone, you'll do it with the same videos. It's like, for us as creators, it's the first 30 seconds, and that can make or break a video. So I'm getting better at it. I'm definitely a lot better than what I was 2 or 3 years ago, but we still lose a lot. We typically will lose 30-40% of all viewers within 30 seconds. So the whole game is to keep you engaged just for as long as possible. After that, that's why I can't, when I start these live streams, I try and just go into it, because A, I don't want to edit them, and B, we're in this, I want to get as many people onto that first cocktail. As soon as you got people to the first cocktail, it sort of levels off. But it's that little bit before you need to get people click on the video, they want the answer straight away because they're impatient. Even though, and what we're getting better at is the TV view, because TV, as soon as you press play, you ain't scrolling through videos on the TV. You're just pressing play and job done. So yes. Kevin's come up with it. Oh no, Blue Gray's got another question. I'm going to screenshot. Can I screen? I can come back in. I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to send it to Franklin's and Sons. You've made me very, very happy. Franklin's and Sons don't sell to supermarkets. They've got, it's an old friend. He's been on this channel, to be fair. So they've got someone new in to head up Franklin's and Sons in the UK. They've always been very premium, so it's been on trade only. They are trying to change that. Hopefully that will change. But however, when he came on board, they've already set the 2025 kind of schedule, if you like. So things might not change until the tail end of 2025. But they want to get it out there more. And you can get it from Good Time In. As I say, that code is in, and the link is in the description there. I forget what it is now. 10% off, 15% off, whatever it is, in the description of this video. They will get better. The caveat is on Good Time In, you can only order 24 bottles as well. He knows that needs to change. We all know that needs to change. Whether it will or not, I don't know. But for the previous 6 or 7 years that I've been working with Franklin's and Sons, it's been on trade only. So yeah. But hopefully that will change. Right. Buy a case of 24. I'll be using the code. This stuff, I might have to come right up to the screen. Can you see? Hang on a minute. It's not. I use a slightly different software, and I'm not sure if it's as easy to do. Can we zoom in? Hang on. This is not as easy to do as my old software, so bear with me. slowly. But this should be a more stable software. Does that work? Hang on. These two are without. If you're going to buy a case of anything, this flipping guava soda is absolutely blinding. The pineapple and almond is really good as well, but the guava soda is absolutely bang on the money. So if you are going to buy a case of anything, definitely that. Yeah, and Kevin, I've asked the question about variety packs. And we're slowly zooming out again. I've asked the question about variety packs, whether they will or not. I've even put it into motion. There's nothing happening yet, or whether Drinkstuff can take them on. Because Drinkstuff might have the capacity to split cases and do that on behalf of Franklin's and Sons. But that's got absolutely nowhere yet. So even if that does happen, there's about 4 or 5 meetings to happen, prices, agreements and all that. So you even if there's a meeting within the next 2 or 3 months, you're still talking 6 to 8 months before that probably happens. So but I think this would be a great brand for Drinkstuff. I really do. Put it out there. If there's any Drinkstuff people watching. Right. That is me done. Where are we? Hour and 20 minutes. That's really cool. Lost a few people. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you are still watching and you want another amazing video that's going to help you on your cocktail journey, dive into that video right there. Not that anyone's going to be watching now, but you never know. You've got to finish that. Right. On that note, we're going to end the stream. Thank you very much. I will see you next time. Toodaloo.